So here we go, this is part 2 of a day of street photography with the XE4, 16mm fixed focal length on it around Budapest. If you missed part 1, go check it out. We get a nice sunrise and we go around the Fisherman's Quarter and you see all that. But yeah, this is part 2, so we've just come down from the hot air balloon and this is the castle that you can see from up there. I'm just taking a photo of there's a nice little moat around the outside. If you go in the summer, it's the water's high. They actually drain it for winter. Not really sure why. Maybe because the ice rink is something to do with the ice rink the other side. I'm not 100% sure, but there's still a bit of water in there, so it's nice. You can still get quite a nice photo. I just come down the bank a little bit to get a nice photo of this bridge. Once again, portrait, nice photo, but not as good as a landscape photo in my eyes. There we go, nice, lovely little winter shot there, the sun coming in there on the side. Here we go, so walking over the back of the castle, we come to this weird building. Couldn't tell you what it is, but it looks like it's from the future. It's all gold. One of my favourite photos from a trip, that is. Looks really cool. And we're heading over towards this museum, which if you've been to Budapest, you'll probably know what I'm on about. It's a bit of a strange building. It looks like a half pipe. It's got like a garden on top of it, which you can go and walk around, and this is what we're doing in a minute. Hannah actually thought it was an escalator going up there, so she was sort of getting ahead thinking, oh yeah, it's going to be an escalator. It's not, you just have to walk up there, steps. But awesome view from the top. Yeah, I'm going to get in the middle.
No, you're not. I'm
If you just look over the other side, you can see that monument in the background. Really cool view from up there. And then I get central and get a nice sort of centre shot. But once again, landscape just looks a little bit better in my eyes. And then I also just took these shots on the way back down. This old couple with the balloon in the background, and that is at the bottom, those rings are at the bottom. Just took a nice photo there. We've jumped a little bit further downtown now, and we're getting into sort of more my kind of street photography, which is sort of the back streets. I said, Hannah, I don't want to go down the main street. I want sort of back street photos, sort of what I normally take sort of when I go out for a street photo walk, which is cool because you're seeing some graffiti, you're seeing some sort of art on the walls. This is a car park with a nice bit of art on the wall there. That was probably a moment I wish I had a telephoto, but just moved a little bit over just to get a nice sort of outline of that wall in the photo. And we're actually heading down to what they call the ruined bars in Budapest. Quite famous, basically just old buildings that they're not abandoned, but they might as well be. Like the design inside is sort of like the abandoned look. You wouldn't know these bars are there in the day or at night, really. I think the only way you can tell at night is they've got security on the doors. So Hannah's been before, she knew where she was going, so we went and had a look inside this one, which was open in the day, which is pretty cool. And you're going to see how cool it is inside. It's all got graffiti inside. It's wicked. It's a wicked little vibe. Got loads of little rooms, little bars, just some really weird, cool stuff in there. Well worth a look if you're going to Budapest. This is actually upstairs. And yeah, just you can spend ages in there looking around. There's some really cool stuff. So what we got here, it's just a hallway that I thought looked quite cool. Yeah, as you can see, they look really abandoned, which is just gives it a wicked look in your photos. I think there's a half a bathtub here as a seat, which I got a photo of. Yeah, there, looks really cool. Just real quirky stuff. It was very quiet, obviously, because we went in the day. At night, obviously, these are packed out with people having a drink and stuff. So this is like a main room. I guess this is sort of like the main dance floor and stuff in the evening, which would be pretty cool. But yeah, another photographer there doing some photos. Got a shot of Hannah in this doorway. It was quite cool. Just imagine what this place looks like at night. Wicked, just wicked. Okay, and outside the ruin bars, we left the ruin bars now. Some nice light coming in on this shot. Really wanted sort of someone walking in the middle, cast a bit of a shadow, but Hannah wasn't too keen to hang around like I would on a normal street shoot. I'd sit and wait for somebody, but we wanted to get around and see certain things. So we're on a bit of a time limit, so I didn't have a lot of time to wait. But here we go, one of my favourite things when I go abroad, I don't know why I'm obsessed with them, but it's trams. The old trams in Milan just got me mad excited, and when we picked to go to Budapest, I was like, if there's trams there, I'm going. So I did actually spend a little bit of time here waiting for some trams to come through and get some nice photos, especially with that light. The best thing about shooting in the winter is the sun doesn't get as high, so you've kind of got golden hour all day long if you've got a clear day. So yeah, awesome, well happy with that. Old trams, the new trams just don't look the same, so I've sort of avoided them, but the old trams that you get in Milan and you've got in Budapest and those kind of places, Prague as well, real cool, just a cool, maybe I like it because in the UK we have nothing like that. I think there are actually trams in Manchester, but they're not like the old school looking ones like that. No. Nice little shot there through the railing, a couple of close-ups of some trams, and that's pretty much, I think that's pretty much it for trams. We're walking back down towards the river now, back down towards our hotel. It's a long old walk. We did sort of 35,000 steps a day, so Budapest is one of those places quite spread out, but taxis are reasonably cheap. You can get around taxi, but I just like to walk everywhere because you just come across things that probably a lot of people don't see when they go. If they get trams or if they get buses or taxis to get about, you just miss a lot. So that's why I love just walking. Nice shot here of the light at the end of the tunnel. Got the people walking across the road as well, happy with that. And we're actually heading down towards the famous memorial of the shoes along the river. That's where we're heading now. Oh, tram goes across quick. And I just missed it. Hannah's laughing because she knows I would have wanted that shot, but
too slow, Mark. Okay.
So yeah, heading, we're literally right on the river. This tram line runs right across the river, as you can see, which is wicked. Get one. No, this is not this one. This one's a nice photo, but this next shot is one of my favourite photos of the trip as well. Just random one, just a cyclist going past, casting that shadow, and then this little tuk-tuk thing just waiting to cross the road after. That's one of my favourite photos. Landscape again. And here we are. So here we're at the memorial for forgive me if I get this wrong, but it's for the Jews that were shot in this exact location and their bodies were thrown in the river in World War II. Obviously a tourist hotspot in Budapest. Really cool memorial, like, yeah, really sort of makes you realise, oh shit, you know, this is something that's horrific, that like a horrific moment in history. So yeah, it's a little bit eerie when you're looking around and you're seeing all these kids' shoes and you just, yeah, when you read up on it, it's pretty horrific what went on there. So got a couple of photos, loads of things like flowers and stuff and candles lit by these sort of shoes and that. So obviously, you know, a lot of people come to Budapest to just see that in itself. So it's definitely a special place, definitely worth a visit. Just along the river there, just down from the government building. Beautiful with its light. Got down low, got a nice sort of nice shot there, and then a landscape one, real down low. There we go, that's nice, I love that. I feel like that could be on a, I feel like that should be on a brochure somewhere. But yeah, wicked. And then this is, okay, so we're still on the same side of the river here, and there's this like cathedral that is sort of in the centre of Budapest. Probably a moment I wish I had a little bit of zoom, but no excuses, still banging them shots. You can't quite see it as well as I wanted to see it, but yeah, it is what it is. And then this geezer here was actually flying a drone around, which was quite cool. I couldn't see the drone. And then there's an old man here as well, which I got a little shot of. He was sort of wondering, there was actually a bridge closed opposite us, and I think he was wondering, why is this bridge closed? Sculpture there by the tram line. And we go straight into some night photography. So we actually went back to the hotel, had a little nap, and then we come back out at night, so we really wanted to get some night shots. This is the government or the parliament building. It's a really impressive building down by the river in Budapest. So I really want to get some photos of this at night. I'm just changing, so I'm still in auto and I've still got the film simulation on for the Kodak Gold, but I just turned the grit down a little bit, the grain down a little bit, because it is at night and they were just looking a little bit gritty. So I want that grain effect, but it was just a little bit too much, so I just made it a little bit smaller. But yeah, some of these shots are really cool. Obviously, look at the light difference between the GoPro and the photos. You know, the GoPro
as much as it's dark, it's light, isn't it?
It was a misty evening anyway. But yeah, look at the colour difference with that Kodak Gold film simulation. Just makes everything orange. It's a really cool effect. Yeah, just looks awesome. So we actually spent a fair bit of time around this building, because it is just, you know, you've got the river, you can see all the buildings the other side of the river, which just look awesome, lit up. You can do a night cruise in Budapest and see all of this lit up, and it looks wicked. We don't have time for that, but so we had a wander around the outside, just getting a couple of shots. I was using Hannah as a model here as well. I got her to sit down on a bench outside the building.
Yeah,
just because there weren't that many people around.
That's a cool picture.
Hannah's showing me a shot on the Fuji app, if you know what that is. Then it's a very good app for your phone to give sort of like an old school look on your photos. She loves using that. It's a wicked little app. I use it quite a lot, to be fair, on my Instagram stories and things like that. So here we go, we're just getting Hannah to model here, just sit down, just want that silhouette of someone sitting there, just to add something to the photo. Bit of subject. So yeah, they came out quite cool. Nice landscape one again.
great job.
Real quiet Budapest this time of year, which is wicked. I dare say in summer it's pretty busy, but yeah, really enjoyed this time of year there, because you have, it's a bit of a photography stream, there's not too many people about. Nice little shot there. I did want a whole sort of shot of the front of this, but I couldn't really bother to go walking up to the next bridge, because the nearest bridge was closed, and shooting it from the other side. So we just stayed on this side and shot sort of some close-up stuff. Fishermen at night, bit random, quite a cool photo. Capturing his dinner, don't know if he was, but looked like he was.
Quick.
Which is pretty cool. Just crossing the road now. Just wanted to get some detailed shots of just this impressive building really. It's incredible to think how long it took them to build this building, and like how old it is, and you know how many years it take to build, and just the workmanship in that. You just don't get that. I just love that. That's why I love going to these kind of places, just looking at these buildings. They're so cool, and that's such a shame with London. They're knocking down all these amazing looking buildings to put these new ones up. A couple of tram going past, ideal. Another one of my favourite shots here, landscape again. Tram going past, look at that. That just looks something out of a movie, doesn't it? It's quality. Sick. I'm well happy with that shot. And the mist as well that night.
That is so good.
It just really did make a difference. So here we are with Matt back in, sort of just gone back up from the river here, and this is where I said this cathedral is, sort of in the centre. All the nice restaurants around here. We were actually looking for somewhere to eat at the time. I've got this man here. I haven't done any research. I don't know what it's about, but everyone was rubbing his belly. Don't know if that was good luck or something, but got quite a cool shot there of looking down at the cathedral. Now I'm a little bit closer. You can actually see the cathedral a lot better. And then we just took a slow walk up, and I just snapped a couple of shots just walking up to it there. I did get a few more photos of this building on the film camera, so go check out that video to see that building a little bit better with that. Nice photo there, people crossing the road. Lovely. Christmas lights still up, which is pretty annoying, to be fair. Pretty annoying. I didn't really want that. But yeah, that's what we get for going January. So that's the end of that video. We didn't carry on any more. I wanted to do a bit more night photography while I was there, but I was just knackered, done a lot of steps, and we were hungry, so we just ate and we had a drink and called it a night. So that is the photo walk around Budapest done with the XE4. Very good camera. We'll be doing a bit more of this camera and sort of explaining sort of why I made that purchase and my thoughts behind it. So thank you for tuning in. That was part 2. Part 1, go check it out. Awesome sunrise photos there if you've missed that. And yeah, the next video to come is the film photos of Budapest, and then that is Budapest done. On to some more street photography, and yeah, well, you're just gonna have to wait and see. Hit subscribe, see what's coming up. Lots of good things. Really am investing into YouTube this year, and getting out and doing a bit more. So yeah, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you in the next one.